Hi, Rachel. Thank you so much for joining me today, this morning. How are you?
Good. Thank you, Jeannie.
Yeah, hi, everybody. My name is Jeannie Colwin. I am a health and wellness coach in Los Angeles and a breathwork facilitator. I wanted to make this interview with one of my clients, Miss Rachel, all the way from Barcelona, to kind of talk about my program and to show you some great transformation
Mm-hmm.
and results of what's happened when she's been working with me for over 3 months now with coaching and with the
Mm-hmm.
breathwork. So first, Rachel, thanks again for joining, and just tell us a little bit about where you're from and about yourself.
Okay. So I'm originally from Chicago, and I was a school teacher just outside of Chicago and moved to Barcelona 9 years ago. I've had chronic daily migraines for more than 20 years now and have always been uh, looking into all different sides of getting help.
So thank you. So first of all, how did you find me? Tell everyone
Mhm.
what brought
Uh,
you. I think this story is
yes.
interesting too, because you weren't hooked when you first when you first met me, or the first
Yes,
introduction.
exactly. So I found the breathwork classes, and you said something very important in the first class because I was just feeling it out. I've never been anybody for meditation much or yoga, but this was totally different and a different experience. And I really appreciated that you said and suggested that you try anything 3 times. And I thought about that and I was like, okay, yes, definitely. Because I had a positive experience the first time, but wasn't sure. And it's much better, obviously, for me that I've kept with it rather than just trying it once and then being like, oh, it wasn't like life transforming for me, but I can see how it definitely is for so many other people.
Yeah, and I think you've shared to me that the first time you did see some benefit, but was really for you a more deeper practice. Over time,
Hmm.
it deepened, which
Definitely.
is really common, right? So
Hmm.
yeah, just to clarify, some people take a first class and they say
Hmm.
it's life changing and
Hmm.
it released all these things, but it's not that for everybody. So this is a perfect
Exactly.
example of, like, over time, the
Hmm.
practice deepened, and then you got to know me, better,
Definitely.
and the coaching, and then
Yes, exactly. So after doing group classes, I actually prefer more intimate one-on-one environments. So I, reached out to you for your coaching, and that has really been invaluable. So all the resources that you provide and the guidance, I think getting videos, being able to watch your own videos, and then you also provide videos from other people and suggestions, even books that have just completely changed my mindset in the past 3 months. Where I've been dealing with this for over 20 years, and I'm so used to just saying, I've already tried it. I've already tried it. Thank you, but I've been there. But this is something, a whole new journey that I feel like I've started. So, hmm
yeah, and I can just connect to that so much too, Rachel,
hmm
because I was at the same point of my journey of over 16 years of I've tried. I think you and I have made jokes, right? If it's Western,
hmm
if it's alternative, it's holistic, if it's Eastern,
yeah,
we've tried it, right?
yeah.
So I think when you actually get on a different path and
hmm
things open up and there's actually hope again. I mean,
Yeah.
let me know what you think about where you kind of were before
hmm
and then what shifted now. Well, we're not saying that, you're pain free right
hmm
now, but I think in a
Yeah.
short amount of time, there have been a lot of shifts and changes. So what has
hmm
shifted? What's changed since working with you?
So what's changed is definitely the mindset and attitude of that now I'm on a journey. I can see that I don't know how long it's going to take, but I'm going to get there. I know that you've shared your personal experiences and going from being in chronic pain to it being maybe, I don't know, every once in a while or so would just be amazing to not have to think about that every day and fear it every day, wondering when the pain is going to come back. So that's a big part of the process of just having hope again is one of the biggest factors.
But I know your lifestyle has changed. I mean, now you're more
That's true.
active. Can you speak
Yeah.
about how you've changed your activity level too?
Definitely. I mean, it was a migraine specialist who 5 years ago had told me, okay, if you really want, the medication to work, you need to get regular sleep, exercise regularly, just move, and eat well. And it still 5 years later, I had not been doing that, especially the sleeping. And now I finally, decided if I'm on this new journey, I'm going all in. And so 3 months ago, I really started like, I'm not snoozing for hours anymore. I'm not waking up and going to sleep at all different times. And if I do, the attitude, the way that you've given me this process to think of, okay, so if the other night I stayed up like 2 hours too late, it's like, okay, so you have another chance, tomorrow. It's not like that's the end and it's over. When I hit a bad path with migraines just recently, and couldn't get to the gym, it wasn't like, okay, well, that's it, it's over. No, I went back, as soon as I was minimally able to just move a little bit for however long I could. So,
Yeah, I know. Just even before this call too, though, you went
mhm,
to the gym too. So your
exactly.
activity, I don't know if you even realize how much
Yeah.
it's sometimes interesting too, right? When you go on your own journey, when you
Hmm.
work with a coach to kind of remind you that,
Hmm.
wow, 3 months ago or before, this
Yeah,
wasn't part of your routine. And you're going
exactly.
to, I know and this was my story too. If I'm feeling pain, I'd be afraid to do any activity.
Exactly.
And so learning about the research and learning
Hmm.
about what chronic pain is and the whole mind
Hmm.
body connection, it does shift things,
Yes.
don't you think? Yeah.
Yeah, and I had always thought before that, when I exercise, that it increased the pain, and now I'm finding that it's a really good distraction too. And I either don't have pain during that time, or sometimes it'll actually go away. Like, since I left the gym, my head has been completely clear, which somebody with migraines would understand that feeling. And I woke up that way today too. During the day, it comes and goes, just like light levels of pain, but you know that it's not
Yeah. And it's
migraine.
also shifting our relationship with pain too. Wouldn't
Mm-hmm.
you say that that has been a game changer
Yes.
for me of, so there's things that happen in our body when we're
Mm-hmm.
stressed. And I think realizing our relationship with the pain, our relationship with the stories that we say, our
Mm-hmm.
beliefs. This isn't
Yes.
just like hippy dippy, okay, Rachel, just be positive during the
Yes.
day and be grateful that you're,
Uh-huh.
not sicker. I think sometimes
Exactly.
people like us who, knock on wood, we don't have
Right.
cancer, some of these more
Exactly.
invisible illnesses. It's like our feelings are not validated
Mm-hmm.
sometimes.
Yeah.
And in some of the spiritual talk, it's just be grateful or say an affirmation.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're not so we keep it real, right? I mean,
Yeah.
we're working with
Especially,
stuff.
yes. And I'm not that kind of person who's into affirmations. And so that's why I think it kind of took me by surprise that I was so interested in the breath work, and I'm like ready to go every chance I get. And the great thing of having you, even though you're all the way in LA and I'm in Barcelona, but I'm able to join via Zoom and connect from anywhere in the world, and people do join from anywhere in the world. It's become, the group classes have become international completely.
Yeah, no, and it's so fun. And I think it's what's different about, so a lot of people maybe have taken a class with me,
Hmm.
but you've actually gotten to do in my coaching program, we do
Hmm.
one-on-one coaching and then one-on-one breath work. So
Hmm.
what do you think for people who haven't tried that yet? Isn't that
Yeah.
like such a yummy experience?
Yes, definitely. I think I wouldn't trade anything for the one-on-one experience, but if I think one thing, a lot of people are worried about money nowadays, and you make the group classes so economical that there's really no excuse not to, after, I'm sure that anybody who's dealing with pain or any issues has already invested so much money in themselves that at this point, the charge for your breathwork classes, if it's in a group, even the one-on-one work is well worth it. I mean, all the effort that you put in and care and all the extras that you do with your videos and access to materials, it's you can't put a price on it.
Oh,
And yet
thank
you
you. Yeah.
do, and it's affordable. So
Oh, thanks. Yeah, and I think someone who maybe is watching, I'll just kind of clarify because I know a question I get sometimes is, what's the difference between therapy and coaching, right? So that's kind of a long answer, but something like simple to say is like, usually with therapy, the one I've gone, and I know you've seen different, it's just like, you know, I had my 50-minute appointment and that was it for the week. So one of the benefits of coaching is that every day during the week, I mean, I talk to my clients, and if they don't want this, they, you know, don't have to do it, but we personalize it where it's accountability usually during the week. So we're checking in daily, and if things come up during the day, they have access to me too. And like you said, like I'm sending out resources and ways to support, you know, even between sessions. Yeah. So what would you say, Rachel? Sometimes, look, at you and I have both been there. Like, I love what you said about we've tried everything. People are going to say this is just something else. I mean, look, at between the two of us, we've got almost 40 years together.
Yeah.
Like, chronic pain. I'm teaching, you know, what's helped me, what's worked for me. I love that you were open to it. I think it's really great, just to reiterate, that this is not just for the spiritual person. This is based on science, based on research, what we're doing, this mind-body connection. A huge part of my work is re-regulating the nervous system and reducing the stress. Like, okay, I focus on the pain, right?
Exactly.
Focus on it, because that's what hurts.
Yeah.
And with this approach, what we're doing is we're focusing on just releasing that stress, feeling good, and really tapping into our emotions. So we're switching the focus.
Yes. Really learned about the mind-body connection, because I really did not believe in that when we started. I was extremely doubtful and thought that, you know, that it meant that it was all in my head. And it's like, I'm not imagining this pain, but it has a lot to do with tapping into your emotions and learning how to express them. And de-stressing helps you a lot on that journey. So really, it's a priceless experience. So I think, just the word invaluable to me stands out.
Oh, thank you. I really want to thank you for that. Yeah, I just am on this mission to help people, and I really appreciate you taking the time to come on here and share with us and be so vulnerable, because I know it's hard to share. We've gone through a lot. So I'm so proud of all the work that you're doing, Rachel. And I know there's only good things happening, and it's just great that we can connect so much on Zoom and in different places.
Yeah. And I know that you're thanking me for what I'm saying, but I can't express enough how much I want to thank you for introducing me to all of this, because it's already, I can just feel my life changing. Even, you know, if I'm still getting, you know, migraines, you know, and don't know if the frequency has changed, but definitely the mindset has changed. So I'm not in, you know, this never-ending cycle. Like, I feel like this can improve, and just the mindset and learning where to go from here, and having the support system is really important, because there's most people you can't talk to about your chronic pain, especially when it's invisible pain. And, you know, people see me putting on, you know, a happy face no matter what, and just dealing with life. But you know, having somebody who's been there, I think that's really important, knowing that you have experienced chronic pain yourself. So that really sets you aside, I think, from other coaches, other therapists, that you've been there and you've, you know, made such strides for yourself that if you can do it, you know, like, and if I can change my mindset that was so stuck for all these years, I think that why not give it a shot? You know, why not just try it at least once, if not 3 times?
I just want to thank you again. And we'll just close, you guys. If you're interested in you know, trying a class, like Rachel said, just try a group class. It's a great way to learn more about me. You can send a DM. I am opening up spots for my new coaching and breathwork program. It's a 3-month coaching program. And yeah, I'm happy to jump on for a complimentary first call just to see if we're a good fit. So hope to see you guys soon and sending lots of love and light to everybody. Bye, friends.